Like in 2019, people are still faking orgasms. Like,
I know. Eyelids, like that. Here's the part where you need a beauty blender.
I can't use my fingers.
Oh, you can. I don't understand that whole finger situation. People who use their fingers don't have brushes.
I think my finger works better
Than the brush. You're just not used to it.
It just takes so much time.
Yeah, true. So this is supposed to help the foundation. It's like a base, so it sits properly. I watched your last video where you were doing a get ready with me. You didn't do all these things.
I don't. And imagine, I feel like that's like me when I
know.
I love.
I was like, you were so happy with your makeup.
Beautiful.
Yeah, but like the more the product, the better. As long as you learn how to.
Like you guys, we're talking about daily makeup.
Yeah.
So
okay, no, I don't wear eyeshadow on my daily makeup. I only wear eyeshadow if I'm going out. So on my daily normal routine, I skip this eyeshadow part. I just put foundation and powder and blah blah blah. The other things we're about to do. I can also have two
let's
different
just keep
colors.
it as simple
As simple
as
okay.
possible.
Eyeshadow brushes.
They're somewhere. But everything.
Let's wait and see Maya's eyeshadow brushes. So this is not for eyeshadow.
It's not for.
This is not for eyeshadow either.
Let me see.
These two are not for eyeshadow.
What's that for?
This is for concealer. So is this.
Do you know what I've been using? Can't see it has eyeshadow.
It has eyeshadow now. This is for eyeshadow, yes. This is for eyeshadow, so is this. Those three are for eyeshadow. This one's eyeshadow.
Okay. Mama.
Okay, so
Can you help me?
these are my eyeshadow brushes. Not all of them, just I wanted to correct you from your last post. You with eyeshadow, your crease, you go from light to dark.
Okay.
Yeah. So you start from the lightest.
Like a light
The lightest color on your palette, not the whites but the browns that are like your shade. So the biggest brush down with this one. This is for cleaning brushes when you do your makeup.
Where can you get it from?
I put it off of Amazon. So
It actually works, huh? So do you wash this thing?
yeah, I just washed it, it's clean. So just in case you have only one brush, it's very helpful.
So you can,
you just keep cleaning and keep using the same brush. For those of you who have one eyeshadow brush, but you need to have like 3 minimum.
Okay, at least I have 3.
Yeah,
Approved ones.
yeah. Approved. Okay, so we're going with the biggest. This is for the crease. The biggest eyeshadow brush.
Use this one. So you said we're going with the light one.
Yeah,
I'll
the
show
light
you
one.
How to
So,
do it?
And this is my light one in my palette. So you do that. The more the merrier.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is like a base. It's the same way you put the base, like the powder. The same way you set it is the same way you put this.
So do you put it all over your
Yeah,
eye?
you put it all over the eye, apart from under the eyebrows.
Is this enough for one eye? You're still on one eye, right?
I need to put a lot so I can see it. I'm not seeing.
Exactly, right?
I'm seeing, but it's not enough. Put enough.
Do you know I was on to the next eye? And
Already. That you have to take your time with eyeshadow. You have to keep blending it.
So which one?
Sorry, darker color. Light to dark is the trick. Light to
So
dark.
this is the last color, right?
Nope.
Huh?
It can be the last color if you don't want to have like a
Shimmer
cut crease, the
and stuff.
shimmer cut crease.
Okay, so I think
So the last one?
yeah.
Okay.
Yo, I'm tired.
I'm tired. But they look nice. Do you see the difference? Do you see yourself in the mirror? Okay?
Yeah, then, but it's a lot of work. Oh my god. I'm exhausted.
It's too much.
I made you a drink and you're not drinking. A bad manners.
Cheers.
Okay. So we're done with the eyeshadow. So if someone wants to put the shimmer, what do you do?
So if you want to put shimmer, you use your concealer
Concealer again.
No, for me, I have eyeshadow primer.
So you put the eyeshadow primer now.
Yeah.
And
You
it's
put the
formed.
eyeshadow primer where you want the shimmer. Only where you want the shimmer. So usually you use this angled brush, and you just put here in your lid, your eyelid, like this, yeah, and then you put the shimmer. But usually with this look, it looks nice when you put, you know, that shiny pit, when you put shimmer in your pit, any brush. I get a bit of a shiny color that is going to blend with my eye.
Everything to do, chasing, loving you, it's so obvious.
So that's the trick for not doing the whole cut crease, because a cut crease is difficult. It takes a lot of time. Yeah. Okay, so do you usually conceal your face? No. I also don't like to conceal my face. It gives you a very cakey look. So
I need to do my foundation.
I usually do concealer when I have scars from like acne, like a breakout. So like the foundation is usually not enough, so I'll put concealer to cover up. But
so do you put concealer that's a shade lighter than
under your eye, it has to be lighter, and then if you're contouring, it has to be a darker shade, darker than your.
So what do you use to conceal like your scars?
I use the light concealer. There's a different concealer that's supposed to cover that, but
it's like a corrector.
Yeah, corrector.
I was going to just get back into Kabozi. I told too much.
No, yeah. So now we can go back to Kabozi. Yeah, we finished that. We've not actually not finished the eyes.
What else?
We have to put eyeliner.
I never put eyeliner, but you have to take me out after this.
So we have to wear eyeliner. And you wanted eyelashes.
I wanted lashes, but how do I wear lashes and just take this off
to bed? Okay, so usually what I do, you know, another trick, I'll show you another trick that's really nice. So I use this brush with the darkest color that I used in the inner crease. Sorry, the inner crease, man, in your outer eye corner. So I do this, I take this color, yeah, with this brush, and then I put it under my eye.
Ah, I've seen that.
The way you do your thing, how you do it like Shakira, and no think it's Beyonce.
I've forgotten another thing, still on eyebrows. Not eyebrows, and eyes. We haven't done, we've not highlighted our eyebrow.
Oh, the brow bone, eh?
Yes, you have to I highlight your under your eyebrow.
What do you think about, are there people doing podcasts in Uganda?
Yeah, I've listened to I think 1 or 2 podcasts. A friend of mine was actually telling me that podcasts should be the next in thing.
They are the in thing.
They are the in thing right now, but not yet so much in Uganda. I listened to 2 podcasts. I think one podcast is by Claire and Julie. They have a podcast together.
What do they talk about?
It's nothing specific. They have different topics. They host different people, talk about different things.
Okay. So one thing I've realized that is we people fear talking about sex. You see how
that would be a very fun podcast.
I've been thinking about it.
Sex?
No, like sexual relationships. This is something we enjoy as men, women. But it's like when you talk about it, everyone's like, but then but it's look at your face. But I don't think it's wrong for you to talk about it. It's just like in 2019, people are still faking orgasms. Like
I know.
If you do it, don't.
I don't know. I'm not faking one. Not to save a man. Not to keep a man.
On Twitter, there's this chick called Oloni. I follow her. She's a sex. She even had a TED talk. Like that's how big she is.
TED talk on sex.
She does sex relationships and stuff. It's like stuff I listen to now. And then there's another one called, I don't know the names of the chicks, the American chicks. The podcast is Whoreible Decisions, but Whoreible like whore. They talk about like for orgasms too. Should men pay these or should things like that? But you know, in our society, it's like you cannot talk about it. But I feel like
taboo to talk about.
It's something that I think I would enjoy to talk about. What do you guys think? Is it something that you don't want to hear, or is it something that you secretly enjoy to talk about or listen to if your friends don't? I was even telling my friends, you guys, we need to talk more openly about sex as friends, and of course I'm not saying we need to bring pornography on here or something. No, but
it's healthy to talk about these things because it's our everyday life.
You enjoy it, go back and enjoy it, but then you cannot talk about it. That's just a little bit.
Now you might learn something new. Yeah. You might learn how to get an orgasm. And okay, on the topic of faking orgasms, I don't know if everyone is like me, but for me, I think that
See, I'm so happy.
You're waiting for me to talk. Anyway, I think that the reason why we women, I won't speak on men because I don't know, I'm not a man, but I'll speak for a few women that might be like me. I think that the reason why we fake orgasms is because sex for us is more so mental than it is physical. If you go into a sexual encounter with like a lot on your mind, achieving an orgasm is going to be difficult or close to impossible.
Okay, that's one thing.
So you have
the other thing, men are selfish.
That's what I was about to say. You have to have a partner that
Who
understands
you,
that you are a woman and you need foreplay. Foreplay is important.
Like, you understand the female body, and not. I feel like one female's body is not the same. So what you did to the other person to make them get to their climax is not something that you will do to another person. So as a men,
even the same with the men, what another man did to you won't make you
so I think
with another man.
As a man, you need to, men just
also because
like
sizes. Sorry.
but they say
size doesn't matter.
To give you an answer. No, it does fucking matter. I am BDE. We need a podcast. We should do a podcast because now I get shy talking. But for me, properly BDE. Go look that up. Like, that's not a compromise.
It matters. It's very
that's
important.
how you see a woman can get several orgasms without having penetrative sex.
That's true.
This is too much. No, but I think
for this channel, as well, how we started with getting ready.
No, but it's just something that I thought about.
Anyway, let's talk about it.
Before you came, I was listening to Whoreible Decisions, and the chick was saying there are two American chicks, and one of them was saying they earn good money and stuff. So talking about money and men. So she's like, for me, a man, it's not like I need him to, but I need him to kind of match my financial, She's like, if a man is broke, I can't even get wet. I was like, whoa.
Okay.
So it's like different things like that. But I realize it's something that I guess African society, I think I've seen there's a Kenyan chick that talks about sex and stuff
on YouTube.
I just see her tweets. I don't know if she has a YouTube. But I
think it's a very normal thing.
Yeah, like if you enjoy something, what's wrong with talking about it? You're being a hypocrite. The safe way of talking about it, and then also like violating women and stuff. There's also drunk sex. That's also another thing I was listening to today.
It's a podcast.
It was a topic under this guy's podcast.
So they're talking about drunk sex
as well,
and
BDE. Is what?
It's a bomb.
But like drunk when you can actually
you can understand what's going on, like tipsy, not drunk beyond understanding.
Yes. So they're saying how
the person is probably
taking advantage of you. Usually for the women that happens, because I remember there's a long time ago, there's this guy that they put in papers who had sex with a chick who had blacked out. Like, by the time you do that, you're like a murderer. That's a rapist. I swear, it's terrible.
That's a rapist. I mean,
like, you are rapist with someone who's not a murderer. Conscious. How? Fake shit. And the guy took pictures and videos, so they leaked somehow. This was a long time ago anyway. But
that's terrible.
Yeah. So that's the drug.
That's surviving R. Kelly type of. Terrible.
That man. Anyway, so that was we're not supposed to talk about it, but we did. We'll continue more on that podcast.
That's just
on the side. I wanted to pick your mind on having children and not being married. This is something, because she has a baby.
I feel like we need drum rolls for this topic.
Like this is big drum rolls. People don't talk about them. Yeah.
People shy away from these things, but it's our everyday life. It's for us, normal life. Sorry, I'm a perfectionist, so her eyes are giving. My eyes are giving her. I needed to correct it, so we can continue with this video after.
Okay.
Chit chat. Meanwhile, we're almost done with the makeup. We just have to test. Let's put some powder while we chat. Okay, so. What is my mind?
Yeah, what have you been judged about that?
Of course.
Like you're married and you have a
child.
You're not married
and you have a child.
Or you have a child and they're like, when is the wedding?
The pressure can be real. I can tell you personally, when I got pregnant, and I told my mom, the first thing she was like, so is the baby daddy planning to get married, like to marry you? And I was like, we haven't really talked about that because we didn't plan to have the baby. But then she was like, anyway, I understand. I expected this because you guys were living together. So you getting pregnant was expected. So we cohabited. We cohabited for what, almost 3 years before we had Sean. So it was pretty much low-key a marriage, but not official.
Without the paper,
certificate and whatever. So anyway, when she asked me about the marriage part, I was like, no, and I think let's concentrate on having the baby first, and then we can, cross that bridge when we get there. But she was not having it,
Where's the
African moms, it's right here.
So it's what I use?
Yeah, you can use this to set. You can use...
Also, after the setting, sorry to interrupt, because I'm sweating, so I think the powder will help me.
It won't help, but it's a good thing to put it now, so you can...
So which brush should I use?
So, I use my same foundation brush.
So I can use this powder.
That is supposed to be like your finishing powder.
This is the finishing?
So you're like the last thing you use to blend everything in. Yeah? So, seeing as you don't have so many brushes, you can use this one. Use this.
It's so small.
Yeah. I'll show you how it works. Because when you powder is like highlight. So you're highlighting under your eye like that.
I thought you put it all over the face.
No, that's why people
look white. It's so small.
Yeah. So it goes on only the parts that you need it. So me, I put only on the parts that are
like the oily.
Yeah, the oily parts. Then the residue is what you sweep to the rest of your face using this other brush. That way you're not white and you have just enough on your face. So I'll put for you and then you can sweep it off.
After how long?
So me, I don't like to over bake. This process is called baking. I don't like to over bake because that's when you look, those people you see like Real Housewives of Atlanta, how they look in the reunions and the under eye is so white. Yeah, so you can sweep it up as soon as you apply it. You can wait a little bit longer. So baking is supposed to get the powder into your lines, these other lines that are visible, your under eye. So you put some powder here.
I need to invest in this.
Yeah.
Actually, you're going to give me some. Oh, am I going to keep
You can empty one of your tins. Put there, and then you can sweep it off.
I look like one of Portia's sisters. A real housewife, so I like
You're baking, girl.
Anyway, for your mom.
So my mom was not having this whole KB of let's wait or what. So she's like, okay, let's reach a compromise. Yeah? We can have a small official like introduction of the family, since now a child binds two families together. It's like having a child is like being married or getting married. Two families are coming together because now this is my family and his family. The kid is ours both, so his family and my family are coming together. So my mom was like, maybe we need an official introduction of the families, which is called a kuchala. So I was like, okay, of course, because I already made the mistake. I won't call it a mistake. I don't feel like it was a mistake. It was a blessing.
God is not mad.
Yeah. So it happened at the right time. Although I didn't feel like it was the right time, but it happened. Like it's the right time. I don't think even if I was married, I would have felt like it was the right time. Like, I don't think there's anyone who has had a kid and they've been ready unless they've been trying for a long time. I wasn't trying to have a kid because I wasn't even married. I was still on campus. So I was like, okay, compromise. We'll have a kuchala, but we're not having an introduction or wedding before I have the kid. So we had a kuchala when I was like 8 months pregnant, and then I gave birth after. So going back.
So parents, it's like most parents push for that.
Yeah, they push for, you should be married. It's a disgrace. You're embarrassing us. How will our friends, talk about us and say, look
Our
at
child-
us, like our child had a
That's
baby
true.
before
The
they were
parents-
married.
The pressure is mainly parents.
The pressure is on the parents, and the parents put the pressure on you, and the pressure is from their friends. It's not even. Most times your mom is always like, okay, you've had a baby, so you want to keep baking. So it's usually, for me, I feel like for my mom, she was like, my friends,
How do they?
or my sisters, or there's this like whole stereotype that they will give you of like, you're a girl, you have to go to school, finish school, get married, then have a kid. But life doesn't always
work. It
turn
doesn't
out
work
the way you plan.
Yeah. And then also, for me, my dad is. Bless his heart. Like, I'm sure, but of course he wants you to be married.
Yeah.
But then he's like, no pressure. Like, though of course he was a bit like, he was down, but he's not one who will tell you, let's do this, let's do that. So, but me, the pressure is not from parents. For me, it's like society, and like it's like you made a fucking mistake. How can you have a baby before getting married? But in my head, for me personally, like I want children more than I want marriage.
Shawty, I will never let your love slip, cause without you I get love sick. Everything I say